When you said that you had that awakening a year ago, man, and you look back over Atlanta and you know the trajectory of the Dungeon family being a core member of what was going on, all of those memories going back through your mind, man. I mean, how does it replay in your mind? Because see, also you got the life beforehand coming up in the hood like everybody else. But then your brain gets blown because you got to travel the world for 10 years straight. But then you also get the chance to do what you love to do at the same time, man. So when you look back at all of that stuff, man, I mean, how did you reconcile that in your brain? Is it unbelievable? And then also, what do you think caused that to be able to happen in your life and not somebody else that was in the same third grade class as you?
Man, God.
Yeah.
God. And his plan is how I ended up where I am. What was the first question?
That was a long ass question. But now, just looking back over your life and reconciling all of that stuff, man, would you have believed that? Do you even believe the life that you have lived now looking back on it?
Yes. I have always thought that, and this may sound crazy, but I have always thought that I was one of the chosen ones.
I'm with you.
I've always thought that I've had a superpower that I have just now, with maturity, learned to work, learn to operate, learn to use in a good way. I've always been scared that because of the amount of blessings that have come my way, that there's a chance that misfortune can come my way. So I am always trying to be a better person every day in the way I treat people, in the way I handle business, in the way I do things, period. Because at this point, I just want to keep a clean slate so that in my mind, it validates all of the blessings that I receive on a daily basis.
Were there any misfortunate opportunities at that time during that 10-year run, man, that you can recall that impacted you and almost made you say, you know what, time out, I'm out, fellas?
Yes.
Talk to me.
I mean, I've had some personal bouts. I'll go there. Go there. Back then we partied a lot and did a lot of things. So there was a time that I got a little distracted and off track, and that might have lasted for a couple of years, for some years. But I'm triumphant.
How did you get back on track, though, man?
My family, man.
Family.
Thought about my family. Thought about.
Did they hit your intervention style, or did you just wake up and say, you know what, I'm changing my lane?
I'm so used to having a lot of people around me. If you knew Dave, I always had 2-3 girls. Always had my house, Camp David, was always known as the party place. That's what it was. I'm used to having a lot of people around, and I found that I got joy out of making other people happy, making sure that they ate, make sure they had a good time, make sure. And so at a point, when I hit rock bottom and was just had friends around me that wanted to do drugs all the time, I realized that I needed to cut everybody off and be by myself. So I took a 6-month period, man, where I did not talk to anyone on the phone. No company, none of that. It was just me. I made myself company. I figured out what to do with myself for about 6 months until I got myself together. And that was all it took. That was all it took. No interventions, no nothing. Just me knowing that I'm a better person than what I am being right now. And that either I can quit right now and call it a day. Or I can see the rest of that green field out there and go conquer.
When you said you hit rock bottom, did you know you was on the way to rock bottom, or is this something that you woke up, you like, man, how the hell did I get here?
Financially, I think I started to know it. But at that point, the train is rolling. And at that point, the train is rolling, and you're just trying to get to the next station. You're not really even thinking straight. And so that was kind of what it was.
See that? Now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now on Aquemini, that's going crazy, but you got Skewed on the Barbie, and then you also got Rosa Parks at that time. Skewed on the Barbie, you got Raekwon popping out of nowhere from New York, hopping on that cast music, and then you got Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks decided she want to sue somebody. We in Atlanta growing up in the home of the civil rights movement.
Oh my
so
God.
I mean, how did that impact y'all when you saw Rosa Parks say, you know what, fellas?
Man, that was the weirdest thing, man, because I can remember us having little, we would have meetings, occasionally to handle business. And I can remember seeing the paperwork coming over from her estate and the attorneys, really pushing, really upset about that. Man, we really felt bad about it because in no way did Rosa Parks, was it intended to be inflammatory in any way or to disrespect her and her legacy and what she did for us. And so it kind of hit us hard, actually. Like we really felt bad about it. But we ended up settling everything.
Okay. Skewed on the Barbie, man. Y'all brought Raekwon in that thing.
Oh man. That was see, on the road, Big Boy was known for stopping at every record store buying millions of CDs. We ride on that bus, man. All the music I was introduced to was probably from Big Boy. He would play. He had everything. So we would listen to a lot of Wu-Tang. And so when we found out that evidently we were good enough that they would actually come and be on the song, man.
Down here, I think we thought y'all were better than the Wu-Tang. Forgive me, sir. I feel like y'all invited them to y'all's party.
Yeah, see, the perception from the outside looking in was totally different than how we perceived what we were doing, man.
Yeah.
It was on a different level.
I mean, so you mean to tell me though, man, y'all really felt like y'all wasn't whooping niggas' asses out here?
Eventually we knew we were whooping niggas' asses.
At what point did y'all realize that y'all had to, because by now we talking about 2 5 mic albums in the New York Magazine back to back.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know when we realized it, but at some point it became apparent that we must be doing something right. But our intention was to just do some good music and have an outlet to release and express and take care of your family.
Now I got to take it to Stankonia though, DJ. Okay. B.O.B. Bomb. Wait a minute. Now I'm gonna go straight to. See, I don't even know which one I want to go with first. Let's start with B.O.B. Okay. Bombs Over Baghdad. When that drops, that's a different sound. Nobody was prepared for Bombs Over Baghdad. What was going through your mind when y'all were producing that? They get on there, go crazy, and then that winds up being the lead.
Okay, so backstory to Bombs Over Baghdad. Back during those times, it was the ecstasy time. And I'm speaking for myself. So Dre and myself, one day we decided to go to a rave in that big church over there, right by Tom, Dick, and Hank's, around across from the stadium. It was called the Church. We went to a rave there. Man, they were playing this music that was and those people in there were going crazy. People were falling out, overheating. They had medics on staff. Everything it was amazing, man. They had the medics on staff giving people water. We were looking at each other like, man, look how these people. Man. And so we went back to the studio, and that was how the vibe of Bombs Over Baghdad was created, because we had gone to a rave and Dre kind of pulled, he was pulling from that. Bombs Over Baghdad has a few stories, man, backstories. I remember it almost didn't make it out for several reasons. There was a bass line that dun 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 dun. That almost did not make it on the song. Everybody didn't like it. Dre was adamant about it staying on there. And then L.A. Reid kind of had a problem with releasing Bombs Over Baghdad at the time, because it was right during the time where the Gulf War was going on.
That's what I was thinking.
And so they didn't want it. They didn't want to kind of get into a political thing about it. So it almost didn't happen for that reason.
My God. When it hit it goes crazy. What's going through your mind then?
It hit it go crazy. At that point, that's when we knew we could do anything.
And that Bombs Over Baghdad is the type of music that you still hear in the NBA and the NFL today.
Licenses are ridiculous.
See, and that's going to be a whole nother conversation we got to have. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.